like,
Like,
and subscribe.
subscribe.
Welcome to Saints at Van Alten United Methodist Church. Today we have a very special guest. Her name is Barbara Forrest. I'm actually at her apartment in Newton. So it's, as you can see, backdrops and all these props are wonderful. And I'm looking forward to hearing Barb's story here. And she's been a lifelong Christian and a member of our church for many, many years. And she still is. Okay? So Barb, thanks for having me today.
It's my pleasure.
Yes. Would you like to say a few words of greeting to the people in the church?
Well, I just want to say hi. I miss each and every one of you. The church means just a lot to me.
Yes, that's good.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah. So let us begin with a question about your growing up years, your childhood.
Okay.
What was it like?
I was born in Flemington, New Jersey, which is a small town. I'm the youngest of 8 children.
Wow.
And soon after my birth, my parents divorced, and I was put into foster care
Oh, wow.
for about 6 years.
Oh.
And then at the end, my mother remarried, and then I returned to Flemington
Oh, I
and
see.
grew up there through the school system.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I grew up Baptist.
yeah. That's
Well, you have to go someplace, right?
That's right.
But I all came through the Sunday school system. But the one thing that I really, truly liked growing up in Flemington was we had something called the Flemington Children's Choir School.
Ooh.
And there wasn't any charge to go to it, but you went to it, and it was affiliated with the 5 churches in town.
Wow.
And at the end of each month, you went to your church, which mine was the Baptist church.
Flemington Baptist Church. I may look for the picture online.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. And the choir school, as I said, meant so much to me. It brought music to me, and music is a very important part of my life. I enjoyed it. Going to choir school allowed you to have free piano lessons,
Wow.
and there was no charge to go to this school.
How about that?
And I stayed with it until my junior year in high school.
How about that?
So
Wow. So you play the piano?
I play at it.
Oh.
Yeah, let's just say, yeah.
So back in those days, the church was the center of your, how would I say, cultural activities and after-school activities and whatnot.
Exactly.
Right.
It was everything. I
Everything.
never missed Sunday school.
How about that?
Of course, I never missed going to choir school, and it was just church and the school system.
That's right. Now we are talking about 1940s.
1940. The main entertainment in town was we had one movie and one bowling alley,
Oh.
and that took care of everything. But our main part of entertainment was going to high school. You went to the dances.
Was it like after football game, whatever you went to?
Yeah, went to
dance?
football games, basketball games, whatever was going on at
that's
school,
right. Yeah.
that took you. And it was interesting in Flemington when you had to, not if you had to go, if you wanted to go, Mother and Dad did not get the car out for you to go. You walked.
Yeah.
And it was, you were safe. You never
safe, yeah,
felt
yeah.
afraid or anything. I had one fear, which my one girlfriend and I, we'd go uptown and maybe we went to a movie. The only time we were afraid was when we were going to a cemetery. And we held hands and we ran.
You ran.
That was our thinking when we were about 10, 11 years old. You know. So, but that pretty much takes care of summer. High school, I met my husband in high school.
Right there in high school.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we were high school sweethearts. We married soon after high school. So.
That's so sweet. I'd like to hear a little more story of your love story with Bob, your high school sweetheart.
Well, like as I said, I was raised in Flemington, which they assumed was city girl. Well, Bob was a farmer.
Oh, right.
So he came in by bus to high school each day, and he graduated 3 years ahead of me.
Oh.
So, but we still continued to date off and on, and then we married. And we were married early, very young. And we were married a little over a year, and we had our daughter.
Oh, I see.
And then 3 years later, we had our son.
Son, that's good.
And our son, his birth was proved to be a lot of problems. He was what they called an RH baby. We did not know what we were getting into, and the doctor was only the second one he delivered. So he was in the hospital for almost a month in an incubator. But when he came home, I had a tremendous amount of work to do. But whatever they told me to do, I did. And it proved, because he grew to be a nice little chubby baby, and he won't like hearing that. But he did anyway. And then with my 2 children came 5 grandchildren and 7 great-grandchildren. And they are they're just everything in my life, those children.
Absolutely.
Yeah. My youngest great-granddaughter, well, the 2 of them just went to a little recital for her. She was 4 years old.
Yeah.
And I also had my great-granddaughter graduated this year from Rutgers.
Ooh, how about that?
So that was exciting for her.
Sure. Your great-great-grandchild is on the way soon?
Yeah. Yeah, she is. And but I think some of the sad things, the saddest thing was losing my daughter.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
She was only 47, and she was a girl that she was very special to me all my life. I just always. Well, which I did. I always wanted a little girl, and when she was born, we named her Gail, not realizing how the name was going with the last name. So she was Gail Force, and she said to me, "Mom, what did you do to me?" It never dawned on me, the 2 names.
That's right.
I liked the first name, and I liked the second.
Spelled different, though, right?
Yeah.
Spelled different.
Yep, it is.
Yeah, but
That's
sound like Gale Force. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So I have a second question I have about, how you got to know the Lord and experience the Lord in your times. I would call it a God moment. You felt God was with you, God helped you, and so forth. Can you share with us 1 or 2 of those moments?
I think one of the biggest times that I knew that he was there was when I was baptized.
Yeah.
And when you're baptized in the Baptist church,
Yes.
you are submerged.
That's true.
And you go down, and Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And I remember those words to this day.
Yeah.
And I know that's where he came into my life right there.
Uh-huh.
But I always was very attentive to Sunday school and going to church.
That's
They were
right.
they were a very big part of my life.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's good. That's good. The principles that you follow.
I want to treat someone the way that I would like to be treated.
That's right.
And just this morning, I was out there with another resident who was just having a very difficult time. And it's something, if you can lend a hand that way. That's
That's right.
the way I feel about things.
That's right.